After 12 years on the set of the iconic AMC horror TV series The Walking Dead, star Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl Dixon, is moving on to personal pursuits and spin-offs. From authoring an original novel to being set to star in an unnamed The Walking Dead spin-off, there is plenty to keep Reedus busy. First discovered in a bar in downtown Hollywood, Norman Reedus' acting career had humble beginnings.
You want to know where I was before all this?
His first role was in a play called Maps for Drowners, set at the Tiffany Theater on Sunset Boulevard in California around the 1990s. It wasn't until 2012 that he began his journey with AMC by starring in the studio's first hit show, The Walking Dead. As stated by executive producer Denise Huth in The Art of AMC's The Walking Dead universe, prior to the show's first time on air, in October of 2010, no one cared about what was being filmed on the streets of downtown Atlanta, Georgia. Though, as the years went on, it became nearly impossible for the production crew to keep fans and their cell phone cameras away from the sets. The same can be said about the show's star, Norman Reedus. Prior to Maps for Drowners, he was just a guy working at a Harley-Davidson shop in Venice, California. Now he attends conventions exclusive to the piece of media he has worked on for the past decade, hold gallery showings of his artwork, and publishes books of his photographs. The growth of this actor has been incredible, so has the growth for his iconic character Daryl Dixon, going from a survivalist with plans to rob a camp that was kind enough to let him in, to a surrogate brother and father that readily put his life on the line to protect his family.
Don't. Please don't.
Give me the downbeat, Mastro. I want to lay it on the line.
Daryl Dixon's character development is easily the most prominent and iconic in the show's history, by and large due to Reedus' incredible performance. Starring in dozens of films and TV productions, both as characters and as himself, Norman Reedus has built up quite the biography as in show business, so in everyday life. Undoubtedly, Reedus has plenty of stories to tell, ranging from his journeys across the United States and abroad to tales of stardom. Due to release on April 5th of 2022, The Ravaged is set to become Norman Reedus' debut novel.
I've been approached about that for a long time, but I just don't want to incriminate any of my friends. So, I mean, like, you know, if I wrote a book about myself, I would there'd be a lot of people knocking on my door to beat me up. So,
including me.
Yeah.
The story follows three individuals with drastically different backgrounds. Jack spent his life amassing wealth, but upon losing his family, he decides to leave his life behind and go on a quest of discovery in South America, where people who have nothing teach him everything. Hunter learns about the death of his father in a mysterious fire and sets off to California with biker buddies Nugget and Itch from North Carolina, guided by his father's stories. Anne flees her home after being attacked by her brother and hops a freight to Alabama with her friend. They live hand to mouth and find family. Each of these narratives differs drastically from the next. However, a common thread that is yet to be revealed weaves through each storyline, creating an eerily similar outcome for each of our characters. So far, there is little information circulating regarding Reedus' motivation for writing and publishing a novel, though the release is highly anticipated by fans. The Ravaged is currently available for pre-order through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, and other book retailers in hardcover, large print, ebook, and audio formats. There are currently 4 published photo books under Norman Reedus' name: Portraits from the Woods, Norman Reedus Postcard Series Volume 1, Thanks for All the Niceness, Fan Art from Around the World, and Sun's Coming Up Like a Big Bald Head.
But once I started doing film work, I just had the opportunity to travel to different unique places and see things. And
You always brought a camera.
Always brought a camera.
Yeah.
These books feature photography by Norman Reedus, ranging from photos on the set of The Walking Dead to creative photo shoots and even candid portraiture. The photography exhibited by Reedus is memorable in the sense that it combines real life with gore and performance while also making it into art. Some of these photographs, such as a portrait of the Walking Dead cast, may not seem special, But the key to understanding them as artwork lies in the realization that the photographs are not meant to stand on their own. Instead, the shots tell stories of what it's like to be treated as a family and express the beauty that can be found in the most gruesome of circumstances.
I think I unconsciously like to take images that are horrifying or unsettling and try to make them pretty.
A notable photograph featured in the Big Bald Gallery is titled Berlin Car Crash, which is a self-portrait of Reedus taken following a horrific crash. Norman Reedus' ability to make art from such circumstances is one of his most notable traits. Signed copies of Portrait from the Woods are currently available on the Big Bald Gallery website, along with a wide range of autographed photo prints. A partnership between Norman Reedus and the Jim Henson Company, responsible for fantasy icons such as The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth,
I've done for you. I move the stars for no one.
has been announced, which will entail a brand new primetime adventure series intended for family audiences. Reedus is said to collaborate with Brian and Wendy Froud, best known for The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth in partnership, and the character of Yoda in the sci-fi cult franchise Star Wars as a solo project for Wendy.
Jedi Master Yoda. You seek Yoda.
It is currently unclear what role Reedus will play in the development of this series, however it has been implied that he will play a role in the character design by utilizing his multifaceted artistic skills, including photography, painting, and sculpture. Thus far, several Walking Dead spin-offs have been released and announced. The spin-offs currently on air include Fear the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead World Beyond, and Talking Dead. As of March 7, 2022, a new spin-off, Isle of the Dead, was announced. This particular series will star Lauren Cohan as Maggie Rhee.
Neighbors can actually be quite reasonable.
This is our home now. So you'll learn to start to call me by my name.
And Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan Smith.
Boy, do I have a feeling we're getting close.
The plot of the show is yet to be announced. The only widely known detail of the show is that it'll take place in New York City. A thus far untitled spin-off starring Norman Reedus as Daryl Dixon and Melissa McBride as Carol Pelletier was announced in 2020, however details are still unclear. This announcement was a pleasant relief for the fans of The Walking Dead, since it meant these iconic characters would survive the conclusion of the decade-old show. However, the storylines of our favorite characters don't end with a couple of spin-offs. In 2020, a series of 3 films was announced by Scott M. Gimple. A release date has not been set for these films, and it has been said that they were stuck in the pre-production phase due to the pandemic. Norman Reedus may be joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Ghost Rider. Nothing regarding his potential role has been announced, however. When asked about his involvement with Marvel's Ghost Rider by Insider, he simply commented, "Fingers crossed." It doesn't seem as if Reedus will be slowing down anytime soon. With a multitude of projects currently under his belt and many more in development, this star has his work cut out for him. Many of Reedus' current projects, such as his chain of restaurants and production studio, have not been covered in this article. There is much to discuss when it comes to this horror icon, so the question stands, what's next?